This is Gene Montrestelli. Welcome to the Tapping Q&A podcast recorded live to tape from Williamsburg in Brooklyn. This is a special bonus podcast for January 25th, 2014. Hi everyone, I hope this finds you well wherever you are and whatever part of the world this finds you in today. I hope wherever it is warmer than it is here in New York and on the East Coast. Before we jump into today's bonus podcast, there's something I want to point out. I sent a note out on Monday, and you might have missed it if you're not in the mailing list. I am doing a very special live training at the end of March. And it's not a tapping training. It's actually a training about how I run my business, how I run my newsletter, how I run my website, why I do a podcast, and all of those things wrapped into 2 action-packed, fun-filled days. I've been working on the content for the last 3 months, and it's going to be really exciting. If you would like information on this particular event, all you need to do is go to 111marketinglessons.com, and that's actually 3 ones right in a row. So it's 111marketinglessons.com. So 111 is not spelled out, it's the numbers. 111marketinglessons.com. You'll get all the information. I would love it if you came and spent 2 days with me and a bunch of other really awesome people in Baltimore, Maryland. Today in the podcast, what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit more about this idea of tapping to action. I had written an article a couple of weeks ago on the website about the difference between tapping to feel better and tapping to take action. And both of these things have a really important place in using tapping in our daily lives. There are lots of times in which I use tapping as a way to just simply feel better, to take the edge off of an emotion, to take the edge off of a physical pain, to deal with something in the way that I'm responding to what I've consumed. It's really great to be this in-the-moment first aid response. But there are times in which that actually does us a disservice. There are times when we tap in that way, and the last thing that we want to do is to simply feel better. Because sometimes when we feel better, we feel comfortable and we actually become demotivated from taking action. For example, I could have a lot of things to do in my to-do list and I'm feeling really overwhelmed, and I could take a few moments to tap on that, and when I'm done, the overwhelm might go away. But it's also possible that when the overwhelm goes away, I also put myself to a place of demotivation because the impetus to move forward has also been tapped away with the overwhelm. So now I see this to-do list and I also see, I have lots of time because that's what I've reframed in my tapping. So I'm going to get to this later and I'm going to do this really cool thing right now. And so we feel better in the moment and the tapping has done its job, but it really disserves us. And so what we want to do, particularly when we're applying tapping to take action, is we want to make sure we tap in the right way so that happens. So it's not that we don't just feel better, but we take that action. So I just wanted to share with you the way I tap every single morning. I started tapping this way, I guess it would be a little more than 2.5 years ago. So back 2 years in the summer. And it really transformed my work days. I just immediately saw a difference in my productivity, in the quality of my work, not just the amount of work that I was doing. And I was moving from a place of simply being busy to being in a place where I was actually doing the things that were the most valuable. And the process is really, really simple. So I like to do the tapping in the morning. And what I'm going to tap on is everything that I have to do today. Before I go to bed, before I end my work day, maybe not necessarily right before I go to bed, I have a sense of everything I need to accomplish tomorrow. Because I found I'm not very good doing my to-do list first thing in the morning when I'm groggy. I don't think things through real clearly. So what I like to do is, the last thing I do at the end of the day, go, great, this is my to-do list. And I make up a nice new crisp to-do list so I'm ready to go. I'm able to sleep a little easier because of game plan for tomorrow. I have a sense of what needs to be done. So when I get up in the morning, what I'll do is I'll pick up my to-do list and I'll look at the to-do list. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read each and every item on the to-do list out loud, and I'm going to see how I feel about it. So tomorrow I have to take care of a newsletter for the website. So take care of newsletter for website, not a big deal. Content's taken care of. I just need to do that. Okay. As I move down the list, I might come to send sales letter to people who I want to come to my training event. Now, I'm really excited about the training event. I'm really proud of the training event, but it's scary to take something that you have spent months working on and to reach out to former clients and colleagues and say, hey, I have this thing that's really awesome. It's going to make a difference in your life, and I want you to pay me money to come and do it. And so that gets scary because we're putting ourselves out there in a position for them to say no. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take all of the emotions I have about taking that action, and I'm going to tap on them. So I'm going to tap on feeling judged. I'm going to tap on them saying no and how that's going to make me feel. I'm going to tap on them feeling like I am being greedy by trying to get money for the work that I do. And so I'm going to take a few moments. I'm just going to tap, I'm going to tap, I'm going to tap. And those three things are issues I've tapped on before. They're really easy to clean up. So I take 2 or 3 minutes and I tap on those things. So then I move down to the next thing on my list and then the next thing on my list. And so what I'm going to do is one at a time, go through every single thing on my list. And some of the things I might be scared because I'm going to fail. Some of the things I might be worried because I'm going to be judged by others. Some of the things I might feel lost because I don't know how to do it and I don't know how to find the answer, or I'm afraid to ask for help. And so I'm going to tap on all of those things. So after I work through my entire to-do list in this fashion, what I've done is I've cleaned up the emotional charge for every single one of these actions. And when that happens, now I can start my workday. And when I start my workday, I'm going to do the things that are the highest value. I'm going to do the things that are going to return the most and are the most important to me because I'm not scared of any of those things. When we go, and this is really important, when we go to do the items on our to-do list, we do the most important thing that is easy for us to do. I'll say that again. When we go to our to-do list, we do the most important thing that is the easiest thing for us to do. Now, there are going to be days where something that's really easy happens to be really valuable. But I found in my own life, the things that are the scariest are the things that are the most valuable because the stakes are the highest. Because I'm worried about the return. I'm worried about how I'm going to be seen. And so those are the things I'm going to be scared of. And so if I'm afraid of those things, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I'm busy. I'm going to make sure I keep crossing things off that to-do list. And the things that I do aren't going to have a lot of value for me in my day. And at the end of the day, I might have filled the day up with lots and lots of things to do, but I haven't moved myself forward because I haven't done those important things. So by taking a few moments and tapping through my entire to-do list, it puts me into a position where I'm going to be able to move forward and take action on those really high value things. Now, one of the things that I found really interesting when I started doing this was, even though I'd spent a little time in the morning tapping on the things I was afraid of, oftentimes within 90 minutes, the fears would have crept back. But in the beginning, what was really interesting was, even though the fears were creeping back after 90 minutes, in those 90 minutes of taking action fear-free, I was getting more done than entire days of work because I was doing really valuable things. On my to-do list, oftentimes, the 3 most valuable things on that to-do list are as valuable as everything else on the to-do list. Now, I need to do all the things on the to-do list, but those 3 things carry so much weight in moving me forward and moving me towards my goals. So by opening that fear-free window for 90 minutes, I was putting myself into a position where it was easy for me to take action. So I want you to give this a try. Before you go to bed tonight, work on your little to-do list. tomorrow morning when you get up, just work through the list bit by bit by bit, clear the resistance that's there, clear the emotion that's there, and you will be surprised at how easy it is for you to move through your to-do list and how you don't clear the dangerous things. You go right after the valuable things, and all of a sudden you're super, super productive. Now, if you want more tools and tips and ways to be able to tap for action, I have created an entire website that's dedicated just to that. If you go to tappingqa.com/RC, that's Robert Charlie, tappingqa.com/RC, there are over 150 resources built to help you move to a place where you're taking those most valuable actions every single day. Go over there, check it out. If you have any questions, drop me a note. As always, I can be reached at gene@tappingqa.com. That doesn't go to a VA. That's my actual email address. I get everything that you send in. I'll write you back. And again, I would just really encourage you to check out those resources we have over at tappingqa.com/RC. If you know somebody in your life who would appreciate this quick little tip to be more productive during the day, or would appreciate any of the over 550 free resources we have at the website, as always, we ask, please be our ambassador. You know someone in your life who would find great value in this stuff. Please pass this along to them. Don't spam their inbox. Don't write everybody under the earth. But if you know someone who could use this, please let them know. We would really appreciate that. For the Tapping Q&A podcast, this is Gene Montrestelli. I hope you have a great day and a warm day. I'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye. The Tapping Q&A podcast is copyright Gene Montrestelli Tapping Q&A 2013. All views expressed by guests on the show are those of the guests and not necessarily of Gene Montrestelli or Tapping Q&A.